Good morning. It's Friday morning time for another episode of Fridays with Frank. I'm Scott Cullen with the Cannata Report. So good to see everyone this morning. Before I bring out Frank and a special guest, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment. And now please welcome Frank Cannata. How you doing this morning, Frank? What's on your mind and who's joining us today?
Well, we got a very, very special guest, and I'm very excited about having him as a guest. It's Adam Pritchett, who is the new CEO of Pacific Office Automation. And the timing is perfect because they've recently held their annual Broadway production, I'll call it, which floors me when I see these dance girls come out and the choruses and the is as good as any Broadway show you'll ever want to see. So, not bad, not bad. But at any rate, it's an incredible meeting, and I think for those who've had the opportunity to see it, it's it says a lot about what are the important elements about having this type of meeting. But we're interested in learning about how Adam feels about it. So please allow me to introduce our guest, Adam Pritchett, the new CEO of POA. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you, Frank. Good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing good, and we're excited about the opportunity to have you. You know, you I loved it at the end when you said 498 million.
Well, I gotta correct you. I wish it was 498. It was almost, just under 492, but we'll take it.
Looking at that, you have 1,400 employees, if I got that correct,
You do.
40 branches. That's a huge organization to control in the business that we're in. What what is ideally you would like to see happen these coming years to continue to move you on and upward?
Yeah, I think it's a really good question. I think I've had some time to reflect on this now, and when you look at POA, the good news for me is I'm stepping into a role into an incredible company with honestly incredible people, and so I'm pretty fortunate. I think if I was to do anything right now, I want to continue on what POA has done, really, really well, and just continue to create stability here and focus on what we've done great, and that's create an incredible customer experience, for all of our customers, which you probably heard at the meeting too. POA's got over 40,000 customers now that trust us and do business with us. So as we evolve in this industry, which I'm sure we'll talk about, but from the core competency of print, and now we move into other areas like managed IT and cybersecurity and all of those, other markets. That's what I'm interested in, and how I can help accelerate that for POA.
But I recall a number, I think it was last year, prior year, 40 million in production print. Is that correct?
It is.
Yeah, that's incredible. $40 million. What kind of future do you see for production print? Do you put anything on it? Do you look at it and say this is a vehicle for growth, or this is whatever?
I really do, and it's been a big growth for POA for many, many years, and we're heavily invested in the production print space, as you may know, and we're very fortunate to have incredible partners that we get to represent their products and services. So obviously Konica Minolta, we have a very strong partnership with them. Ricoh, Canon, so we're very optimistic about production print. And we think that from a click standpoint, or a click and revenue standpoint, we've seen significant growth there, where obviously we've seen some decline in other areas. So we're very, very excited about production print. The industrial print space gets us really excited too. So some of the new products, obviously, like the KM1 and the Ricoh Z75 and some other products that are now coming into our space. We think there's big opportunity for that in the near future, for POA and our industry for that matter.
Well, I'm so glad to hear you say that, because that's one of the things that we've placed a very strong emphasis for diversification for so many dealers and for future growth. That's the only place print is growing.
It seems to be. Yes, production prints, it's growing, but we're also seeing good growth in managed print still too. The printers around the office. So we had great growth there in 24 and expecting it in 25 as well. So those are two key focus areas for us in this upcoming year.
So you're basically going against what the trend is. What do you feel that POA is doing that competition isn't?
I don't know. Maybe what we're doing different. I think for people that know POA, we're very entrepreneurial. We believe in work ethic. Our people work really, really hard. When you look at production print, we put a strong emphasis on having production print specialists that support, our 250 salespeople in the field. And we believe that we've got an incredible team there that really helps in the production print space. They are true experts on the front end of the sale and then on the back end of the sale as well, to make sure that all of the promises that we made come true, in that production print space.
POA is so important to the industry. It's one of the things that we feel very, very strongly about, because you're identifying what needs to be done. I think the way you manage that business and the way I've always admired Terry Newsom and his ability to motivate people. I know through the years, Terry's philosophy was when you would ask him about that, I'd say, I pay him pretty damn well. So, but it's more than that. And I get a sense that when I'm sitting in that audience and somebody comes up and deserves some attention, the audience really responds. There's a sense that I felt that also, it was very similar to what I felt at the Impact Networkings. There's a kind of togetherness there. You have a special group, division, staff, or team that does the recruiting for you.
We
That's
do.
incredible. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. That is the head of the recruiting.
Samantha Burby.
Samantha Burby.
Yep.
She said that she was very confident that POA is going to be able to have 40 new salesmen this year.
That is the goal. That's the benchmark, and I'm incredibly confident that we will get there. So we have a great recruiting team internally. I think we're up to 5 recruiters now across all of POA, including Sam. So it's we've got an objective to fill all of our open territories across all of our markets. Obviously, some of these open markets are some of the newer cities that we're in, right? And we're building in those cities and building those branches and building those sales teams. So, but now it is our goal to get 40 hired, and I'm very confident that her and her team will get that done by the end of the year.
Well, if it's okay for me to ask, where does that number come from?
Overall, POA, we have geographical territories,
right,
in all of the markets and cities that we're in. So when we go to a market, we look at the market opportunity and we put together our territory strategy from there. And so in some of the newer markets, obviously we're not full, and we want to get to have every single territory filled, which is where that number comes from.
Bringing in new people is a real challenge.
Well, and I think it's a challenge, but it's also bringing in the right people, right? We don't want to hire 40 people.
Sure.
We want to hire 40 people that are the right team fit at POA, that their goals align with ours, and so that makes it that limits the pool a little bit, right? Because at the end of the day, POA is an incredible place to work, but you have to be willing to work. You mentioned earlier, Terry's always had a belief in compensating people. We absolutely do that, but we also expect a lot out of our people, right? And we give them an opportunity to build a great career here and give them all the support that they need in order to do that. But they have to come in and do the work every day, right? And so we're excited about 2025 with that. And we had a good, even in January so far, obviously it's a great recruiting month coming out of the holidays and all of that, but we've had some great candidates and we've already hired some great people. So like I said, I'm confident Sam and her team will it probably hit that goal and probably exceed it, honestly. It's one thing to recruit, right? But it's and I think one area where POA has done an unbelievable job over the years is the development of people. And we truly invest in the people that we hire. And if we hire anybody, we're gonna give it everything we can to make sure that those people win and succeed. And so the development of people, I think, is so important to growth, right? If you're not going to spend the time and develop your new people and our veterans, our veteran reps, or our field sales managers, and those people, they know at POA it's the expectation to give back. You need to give back and help teach, coach, train, and mentor new people because somebody did that for you to get you to that point. And I think that's one of, the things that I'm incredibly proud of at POA is we want to help people win. We want to help people develop. And when you look at the tenure across the company, you see that. That's why people are still here. And don't get me wrong, we have turnover like everybody else, but
Sure.
if you want to work and you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to build a career in sales, it's a great place to do it because we'll help you win.
Well, it's obvious you're winning. So, first of all, I want to thank you for coming on Fridays with Frank. We're looking forward to seeing you in our key client partner dinner in May and our gala in November. Both should be good times, and we look forward to it. Adam, thank you so much.
It was an honor to be on with you today, Frank. Thank you so much and look forward to seeing you in May.